Hello there. In this video, I'll show you how to replace the spark plugs in a Vauxhall Corsa D using, as the example, this 1.2 litre petrol from 2011. And yes, it really is bright green. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Now, to do this job, we need a modest range of tools. Specifically, we need a T30 Torx bit, a spark plug socket, a ratchet with both a short and medium length extension bar, a large flat-headed screwdriver, and finally, we need a torque wrench that, as the new spark plugs are screwed into position, confirms that they're tight enough but not too tight. A big one like this also doubles up for sword fighting. Okay, now we need to remove this plastic cover on the top of the engine, and that's easy enough. It just lifts off, like so. And we can pop that safely down there. And now the plastic cover has been removed, we can see this large bar that is part of the coil pack, and that needs to be removed as well. And to do that, we have to remove that bolt there and that one there. And this is when we need the T30 Torx bit, the ratchet and the short extension bar. So let's get to work on bolt number one. Shouldn't be particularly tight, these bolts. They are quite long though. Right, there's bolt number one. Try not to lose that. And here, oops, comes bolt number two. Next, we need the large flat-headed screwdriver to pry the coil pack out of position. So we'll start prying down this end, which is on the right side of the car. And care is required here not to damage any of the plastics. So just take your time and be gentle. That's coming loose there now, so we'll move along a bit, like so. And now, he says, with tremendous optimism, we should simply be able to pull the coil pack out of position. There we go. And now we can pop that to the side, out the way, down there. Right, now the coil pack's out of the way, we can see the top of all four spark plugs. So there's one spark plug down there, another one down there, another one down there, and just for luck, another one in there, and this is the one we're going to remove first. And to remove it, we need the ratchet, the medium length extension bar, and of course the spark plug socket. Do you ever get the feeling you're being watched? I don't trust that owl. He looks sinister. Now hopefully this spark plug isn't too tight and it will come out easily, because some people massively over torque them. Right, let's see. That does feel a bit tight. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. Might have to get a bigger ratchet. No, got it. And here it comes. One rather grubby looking spark plug. We now need to source the correct type of new spark plug, and that's easy enough. Just go to a website that sells such things, enter your car's registration number, and then you'll see a list of spark plugs that, in theory at least, fit your car. So, take your pick. Alternatively, grab an old spark plug, then read its make and model off the side and simply buy the same again. Now, the spark plug we've removed from the car in this video, which, as I said earlier, is a 1.2 petrol from 2011, is an NGK ZFR6V-G. Now, your Corsa may take the same type of spark plug, but I wouldn't make that assumption. It's always worth double checking. Right, now we have the correct type of new spark plug, we can install it. To do so, slide it into the spark plug socket so that it's nice and snug like that, because we don't want it falling out of the socket when we turn the whole thing upside down. Also notice at this point that we still have the medium length extension bar attached, but we don't want the ratchet as of now. Next, gently lower the new spark plug into its hole, like so. And now gently turn clockwise. Now what we're doing is making sure the thread is biting properly, because we don't want this thing to cross thread at this point, because then we're in for a world of pain. And that's why we're not using the ratchet as of now, until we're confident that the spark plug is going home properly. And this one feels like it is. So as the plug's going home nicely, we can now add the ratchet to speed up the process a little. But as before, we're going to be nice and gentle to avoid cross threading. And what we're going to do is stop when the plug starts to feel just a little bit snug, which is about there. Now, it's important that the spark plug isn't too loose or indeed too tight, and the manufacturer or the supplier can confirm what's optimum. It might, for example, be 18, 20, 22 Newton meters or whatever. So find out what's appropriate for your scenario and set your torque wrench accordingly. So we can now replace the standard ratchet with the torque wrench, like so, and continue tightening until we hear a single obvious click. And once we hear that click, the spark plug, there it is. Hear that? That means the spark plug is tight enough, but not too tight. Torque wrenches are useful. Right, off camera, I've now repeated that process for the other 3 spark plugs, so we're on the home straight. Which of course means that we can replace the coil pack, like so. And we need to make sure it's sitting properly along its entire length by pushing it down. That feels fine, so now we need to replace these 2 bolts. There we go. Now we just need to pop this plastic cover back on the top of the engine. Sorted. So there you go. That's how to replace the spark plugs on a Vauxhall Corsa D. Now, before you go, don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. That makes it easier to find my other content. Can you also please do me a favour and click like on this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.